above the Apollo core. This whole area contains Apollo supportive systems with the AI core itself at the center. Apollo prevented Samuels from lifting the lockdown remotely, but once you're inside, he made sure it'll at least talk to you.
Our team of humans and synthetics thank you for your continued use of the Sevastopol transit.
Hello everyone, welcome back to your choice of death by alien or android. So we arrived here at the Apollo core. We're going to step into the transit security office here. Search these cabinets. And this one. And this one, which has nothing in it. And that one has nothing in it either. We have ID tag right there, a blasting cap, and a terminal. Let's see what's on it. Okay. Tomorrow Together. Citizen's Journey into Colonial Space and Official History, number 3. Our ascent to Sevastopol. While Citizen prepared for its ascension into colonial space, its foothold was under construction. Sevastopol, a station with unparalleled potential and a perfect position deep in deep space. Sevastopol began as a free port built by Lorenz Systech Development, funded by our friends at GeoFund Investor. The station's opening would, however, coincide with a tumult in the space race. Years of mismanagement and the rerouting of the Sol Thetis flight path left Sevastopol in real danger of being decommissioned. Uh-oh. In deep, deep space, for that matter. Thankfully, Seegson were waiting in the wings to re-energize this station, among many others. In 2124, we arrived in Sevastopol and made possible the buzzing cosmopolitan hub you see today. Oh, really? With aliens and broken androids and everything? Murdering everybody? Yeah.
I've come over to Apollo to find out what sent the synthetics crazy. This place has gone to hell. Apollo's redirected core android duties, and they've just walked away from the maintenance we requested after we got the news. Coolant's everywhere, gas has escaped, and the primary access lift has shut itself down. I flagged a help request, but apparently I'm 45th in line. Systems are suddenly obsessed with hazard containment. I'm gonna find a way down. Spedding out.
Alright, well, it sounds like Spedding is a little bit ahead of us. He's 45th in line, and we're now serving number 2 in line, maybe. Kind of like being at the DMV, you know. Yeah, a lot of pointless stuff. Alright, well, continuing on. Let's head into reception. It's very dark in here, there's not a lot of lights on. Got a charge pack right there. Can I make anything? I think I'm full up. Okay, all good. Almost makes you wonder, why would they be have ads for ammunition? Yeah, whatever. No weapons beyond this point. Well, this is a very secure security checkpoint. You can just walk right through the detectors.
Firearms detected.
You've got to be shitting me.
Place firearms on security conveyor.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter if you walk through them one way or the other, apparently. We gotta put our weapons on here.
I'll bet.
It's like they're going through an x-ray machine or something, but, yeah. They just stop right there. Now, do you detect any firearms? Can I finally go through the door?
Apollo core access elevator offline. Primary Apollo systems inaccessible.
Ricardo, the way-in's blocked off.
The schematics they use for the Sevastopol sales tour should be nearby. See if there's a back door.
Alright, we gotta check the sales tour schematics.
Okay, let's see. There's a power conduit that links to the Apollo core. I can use that.
You think you'll fit?
Turn off the electrics, take some deep breaths, squeeze. Easy.
I'm not coming up there to pull you out if you get stuck.
Alright, we gotta power down the conduit. Remember in the movie Aliens when they're looking at the schematics for the outpost and it's just a big, huge mess of white lines or whatever on the screen? How the hell do they know what they're looking at? Then again, if you looked at enough schematics for piping and wiring, then it does kind of start to make sense, so... Try looking at the schematics for a ship or a submarine. That's fun. Alright, try to remember this time. So we gotta enter that passcode for this door. 4903, which I promptly forgot. It's 4930. Yes, 4930. Because I can number good, don't you know? There we go.
Huddling up to a live conduit is gonna hurt though, right?
I'll have to power it down first.
Alright, if we head over into the left hemisphere overview here, for this orange door. There's a turbine fan running in there. Probably cooling the servers. Get some scrap there and access this terminal. Alright, Apollo Sales 1 sheet. Apollo information sheet, why an Apollo system for your deep space orbital station. Self-regulation and android maintenance. Security through removal of synthetic self-determination. Instant communication, no interference. Lightning fast data movement across the station. Reliable, efficient, self-sustaining. A true Seegson product. Yeah, true Seegson product, alright. That's the only truth in that. Is that probably the Apollo AI has probably killed more people on this station than the creature has at that, so yeah. A real piece of junk, you might say. Too literal and black and white in its program. Okay, nothing else on there. We're gonna turn around and head back out. So we head through the right hemisphere overview here. Through the blue doors. Ah, the familiar buzzing of fluorescent tubes. Do not need ethanol. We have a log here.
Ray, it's Chief. There's something wrong with your synthetics. The team I requisitioned to acid strip lower habitation just stopped in their tracks. They brought something about a hazard containment order, tried to get into my control booth, and then just marched off. I know I always complain about those spooky bald bastards, but now I've got proof their wiring's faulty. I've got a meeting with your boss Spedding tomorrow, and I'm gonna kick some ass. So when he starts kicking your ass, well, it's coming from me.
Ah, yeah, so as they say, shit rolls downhill, so even in Sevastopol, the ass kickings come down from on high too, don't they? We got a sensor in there. Anything else in here? There's no terminal or anything. Alright, guess that's it. So with that said and done, let's go back into here and access this terminal with our security tuner. Vertical when operating. Why do you need to hold this thing vertical? Lost the signal. Dang it. Got it. Access granted.
Ricardo, conduit's offline for now.
I've pulled up the Apollo schematics here. It looks like you can get to the access through the turbine shaft.
The turbine's running hot, Ricardo. Full speed.
There'll be an emergency shut-off nearby, but it won't stay off forever. You have to get inside quickly.
Okay, we powered down the conduit. Now we need to shut down this turbine here. That's right through here. Do the same thing. Just use the access tuner. Get administrator access. Got it.
Turbines off. Way should be clear.
You better run. If Apollo systems overheat, they'll reboot.
Imagine how warm this space is getting if this is for the cooling systems.
This is gonna be tight.
Good luck. Ripley, you're getting deeper into Apollo and your radio signal's getting faint. I'm gonna lose you soon.
Great. Just keep him crossed for me, huh?
There's gonna be lots of Joes down there, Rip. Could be dangerous.
Samuel sacrificed himself so I could get here. I've gotta try.
I thought he was a pretty nice guy for a synthetic.
Me too. Ricardo, main entrance is locked. Any idea what to do next?
I can't hardly hear you, Ripley. Your signal's just faint.
Ricardo? For Christ's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
Okay, we gotta get to the human consultation control room. Apollo would ask for your patience during the current hazard containment alert, which is currently at level Omega. Thank you. Well, good to know. What is Omega?
Spedding, something crazy just happened. Sevastopol is off the market. We got a buyer. Weeks before they start taking the place apart and they U-turn. After all those endless presentations and tours, I guess the talks weren't stalled at all. Someone at company headquarters just had to click his fingers. A message of confirmation just came in. Apollo is currently receiving a packet of new operation rule sets. So, I guess the deal's sealed. Now, this is board-level need-to-know stuff until it's announced to shareholders. Quite the promotion, huh?
Okay, so they're not decommissioning the station. Someone has now bought it, and they're getting new, data rule sets, new programming for Apollo or something. Huh. I wonder what this could be. Anyway, turning back around, heading through the left hemisphere servers. The gas mask we picked up, she's really quick about putting it on and taking it off. Because gas doesn't get through open doors, does it? Alright, we got an ID tag there, so just checking where I am, where I need to go. Now we're gonna head into the server rooms, and we gotta watch our motion tracker, because the Working Joes here are not your ordinary Working Joes. These are the hazmat versions. They're wearing hazmat suits. Like this guy.
To show data. Must report to the nearest synthetic.
But anyway, the hazmat suits, for whatever reason, make these particular Working Joes like 5 times stronger than the normal Working Joe. So, and we have no weapons to fend it off with, aside from like pipe bombs. I think EMPs do not work on them. So you can use explosives or the maintenance jack. These things are significantly stronger, let go of me, than the average Working Joe. So your best bet here is just avoid them. And even if you just pump round after round from your revolver and your shotgun into them, it really takes a lot to take them down. So we do not yet possess any weapon that can effectively combat the hazmat Working Joes yet. So weird, he's like he directly knows where to look. Alright, I might fast forward a bit through this part, 'cause it's not really that interesting, but yeah. I want to go back to that server room I was just in so I can get the terminal and the logs that are on it in there. Okay. Let's see. Let's save first. Let's see if we can get to that terminal without getting beaten to death. Have our face punched in by a Working Joe. because I actually am trying to get all the collectibles in this playthrough.
When on earth we have got Sevastopol taken to?
Let's try chucking a flare, which didn't really work.
I've been very patient with you so far. This is a safety breach and will not be tolerated.
Okay, we gotta see if we can get around this guy.
Service supported for key.
Alright, let's give it a shot. It says...
This is Seeks and Executive Ransom reporting into the board. You sons of bitches. I was loyal to you, and you cheap bastards left me twisting in the wind. I was gonna give you the find of a lifetime. I was willing to risk my life for the company. I could have called in a special team, secured the specimen, and we all would have been happy, but Apollo has got all communications. None of the technicians in Apollo Corps are answering my messages. We're all dying here, you bastards. You threw it all away. Fuck you, and fuck your company. Fuck you!
Well, guess what, Ransom? Maybe you're not immune to being screwed over by the company, huh? So if we activate that, we engage the hemisphere power plant. It zaps these guys. Each hemisphere has some kind of method of overloading one of the systems, but you can only do it once, so that's the problem. Ideally, I guess you can just lure a bunch of working Joes into one of the hemispheres and activate that system, but whatever. Not gonna bother. Thankfully, they're fairly easy to avoid, and their AI is so dumb that, you know, you don't have to worry about it as much as you do with the creature. Oh, there's one right there. Okay.
You always know. A working Joe.
An audio log right here up on this table, which luckily it can't hear.
There are androids at the
ID
door.
tag right there.
Ransom's nowhere to be seen. There are conflicts with the hazard containment breach. Synthetic safety procedures are getting bypassed left and right. Comms are offline. I thought it was random, but I'm not so sure. Oh God, I gotta get in. Tell Suzanne I love her.
Sorry to say, Suzanne's not with us anymore. Okay, Consultation control right here on the floor. We have an ID. There we go. And let me just double check. I know this is where I want to be, but just making sure we've got everything. Okie.
Left hemisphere server banks. Now active. Right hemisphere server banks. Now active.
Okay, we gotta search one of the server banks. We don't necessarily have to do both, thankfully, but we gotta power on one of the systems to access Apollo now in one of the server banks.
We're experiencing a heightened containment hazard level.
Yeah, you know what? Since the androids never really stopped to look behind them, I'll just follow this one very carefully.
Okay. If I power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo's security banks.
There we go. We use access to a tuner on dome terminal to gain access. You can enter these vents here. There's two of these, one on each side of the core. And if we use the button, use the use button on the outside, then we climb back in and we access the monitor up here. Gotta line up the numbers here again. And here on the other side as well. It's an awfully weird place to put a control system, you know. And why is there red lighting here? Why is it rigged for red in these vents here? Whatever, it looks cool, doesn't it? That's the whole point. Aesthetics over anything else.
Should make the job easier.
If you do not access those monitors in these vents, though, when you try to access the dome terminal, it depletes way too fast for your security tuner to be able to crack it. So when we put this on, now we can, there you go. See the green bar there is going down fairly slowly. If you try to do it without this, then it wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to do it. Now we must consult with Apollo. Well, just like in the movie, we can access the core with all these Das Blinken lights. Much like Mother on the Nostromo, we have Apollo on Sevastopol. Morning, Apollo. It uses the same green text. Alright, disengage the androids.
What the hell?
What's Special Order 939?
Two days after we left. You're kidding me.
Oh, Weyland-Yutani bought the station. Check specimen, maintain station quarantine, disallow communications. All other considerations secondary.
Sons of bitches! It isn't on the damn station.
Yeah, it's not here. Suspend that order.
What? Fuck.
Skeletal reactor scans are unverified. Ah, it's the classic. The call's coming from inside the house. Are you sure the house is empty? We gotta investigate the central reactor. Luckily, this gantry were tracks and this ladder comes up and we can easily just get down to the reactor. Yeah, I've seen the commercials for it. So we can easily get down to the reactor from this part right here. We don't have to go back through any androids. Why there would be these ladders here to access this area, I don't know. From here, why it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. And our last terminal with a couple more logs on them. Alright, primary interaction log 1111-2137. Human interaction request for intercorporate message received. Outgoing message to Weyland-Yutani representatives accepted and monitored. 1116, Marshall incident report. Temporary emergency measures initiated in San Cristobal Medical Facility. No further information provided. The next day, external interaction. Purchase order received. Weyland-Yutani operational rule set packet received, verified, and installed. On the 23rd, Colonial Marshall incident report. Emergency measures initiated in San Cristobal Medical Facility extended. No further information provided. Station scans initiated under Weyland-Yutani directive. And on the 24th, containment hazard alert. Unverified scans in reactor systems. Special order 939 initiated. Priority 1, protect specimen, maintain station quarantine, disallow communications. And then on the 11th, the arrivals log, new habitants log with Apollo systems by synthetic staff. Ripley Amanda, level 2, Weyland-Yutani. Taylor Nina, level 4, Weyland-Yutani. Samuels Christopher, level 3, Weyland-Yutani. Expendable. Crew expend. Yep. And then on the 11th, viable threat to specimen detected in Project KG-348, hazard lab containment, hazard alert raised to Omega. That must have been when we blew it out of the station. Alright, spending its ransom with the Weyland-Yutani buyout, it's more important than ever that the flight recorder handover goes without a hitch. There'll be low-level execs who don't know jack about buyout, but if they hear rumors about a disappearing people problem, well, I don't want to rock the boat, and neither do you. Let's just keep everything nice and quiet. We don't want them having second thoughts. Alright, well. A lot of good that did, huh? So, yeah, you can see kind of the progression of events here from when they got the infected person on board and when Weyland-Yutani bought it out, and then Special Order 939 was put into effect. Alright, well that does it for this mission, folks. We're off to engineering for our next mission.